Hello, my friends, and welcome. Welcome to another review of Romanian communist made fountain pens. This time I have for you some fountain pens made in the 1980s, and I have two versions of the same product. We are talking about the Flaro Mercur S. You can see the name is thermically imprinted on the barrel, and I have one barrel in this blue color and I have another barrel in this black color. So Mercur S. Interesting that we don't have the name of the manufacturer thermically imprinted, only the name of the model of the fountain pen, and I have two fountain pens, guys. The different clip makes me think that this or the other product had a replacement cap, but one of the models is in bad condition. The cap, you can see those bad cracks, but I bought it as it is and I will concentrate on it. You can see this nickel plated clip, a metallic clip. You can see it's quite functioning, but the plastic cap is in bad condition. It all ends in this metallic ring, which I think gave resistance to the plastic, and this is one of the reasons it isn't disintegrated in the lots of parts. The cap is a pressure fit cap, and it reveals a nice little ink window, and we have an ink window because this is a piston filler. We'll show you in a few moments. Again, it reveals this cracked grip section. I think it was sometimes dropped and it suffered this crack. The grip section, you can see, reveals at the end a semi-hooded nib, a gold-plated nib, and at the back we can see this little simple ebonite feed. What is interesting about this model is we have, guys, an integrated piston filling mechanism, which is the hallmark of a quite nice made fountain pen, and of course it reminds us of the German fountain pen. Look at the end of the piston. So in my opinion, a quite nice model in comparison with other models made in communist Romania, which have that integrated filling piston. So I think I have one right here. Yes, I've recently done the review of this Flaro 61S10 version, and I want to show you the difference between the filling mechanism. So this, you can call it an integrated ink converter, and this has an integrated piston. So in my opinion, much more expensive to produce this one than the other one. But it all depends on your taste, guys. So maybe you prefer the other version, but I certainly prefer the version of a German-made fountain pen. So I've shown you this black one. Now let's show you the other one. Let me give you a little zoom on it. First, you notice the difference between the black cap and this beautiful plastic blue version. And you might think of yourself, yes, this is a replacement cap. But in fact, I know for sure that this was sold in Romania using surplus parts. So if they had a line of blue fountain pens and they remained with surplus places, in this case the barrel let's say they remain out of blue caps. Oh, well, they used the black caps because, the black was the standard version, and maybe this was just a simple lot, a special command, or I don't know, a special lot, and they produced some reserve parts which were, let's say, reused and sold in the interior market. A simple cap, an efficient cap metallic clip ending in this metallic ring. So a simple cap. I won't show you more. And let me compare the both of them. You can see the same integrated hooded nib. Maybe this is longer. And let me give you a little zoom, guys. And practically the same ebonite feed. A nice ink window. And let's see if the piston is still functioning. So I will simply turn the ending knob. Let me see. Oh, yes. Well, I think this has a little problems. Let me see. It doesn't want to rotate, or I'm not doing something wrong. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know, guys. Whoa. Whoa, bad. So, sorry, guys. Look what it's. Let me show you. So I'm trying to rotate this, but I reach the end and I still can't rotate the piston. So this definitely needs some little service. This is why of the reason that when I will do the written sample, I will just dip it in ink. So this is one of the problems, guys. And you must know that it is a common problem. When you try to copy a well-known German part, you must do it with attention to details. Most of the communist Romanian fountain pens, they tend to break down, and this is because they use inferior parts. You saw the Mont Blanc, which had a brass piston feeder. Of course, the Pelicans from the 1970s had those, and the Cavecos had those plastic pistons, those system based on plastic, but I'm not so sure. Maybe they use some strong plastic, because the plastic used on the Romanian ones is quite weak, and definitely and quite frequently it breaks. Guys, these are the two fountain pens, and they are interesting models. You might say they are quite rare, because Flaro didn't use this integrated piston on lots of its models. I repeat to you, they use that integrated ink converter that you can see on this model, and it was a trend. The Soviets from Russia used also this type, was quite a popular type. Maybe the cost of production was lower, I'm not so sure, but yes, it was a popular filling mechanism, fitted on different models and in different variations. So guys, before I do the written sample, I will leave the dimensions of both of the variants. I will call this variant the blue one and this variant the black one. And if you want to compare it with something, let me see, maybe I have a popular model here. Yes guys, I have here a Mont Blanc 146 from the 1980s. You can see them side by side. In length, they are the same, but of course, these are more slimmer piston feeders, and this is a classical torpedo shape with, let's say, a heavier, fatter body than those slim ones. So definitely models from the 1970s, but made in Romania in the 1980s, with a delay of, let's say, 10 years from their German, let's say, competitors from Pelican. Of course, they weren't direct competitors because we are talking about a communist-made product. But interesting, guys, I know for sure that they sold their products in Germany, and I think that they didn't sold in West Germany, but in East Germany, so in the DDR, German Democratic Republic, the communist side of Germany in those days. But of course, they sold only the top models without flaws, without any mistakes in the fabrication process. Guys, let me now do the written sample. For the written sample, I will use a Parker Quick Ink, but it's not a simple Parker Quick Ink. It's a mixture between a Parker Quick Ink, I believe a Pelican 4001, and if I'm not mistaken, a Faber-Castell ink. So it is a strange blue ink in a mixture of other inks. So you won't find it in your local stores, but it is a nice ink, and I like to experiment from time to time. I repeat, guys, I will just dip it. Although this model is perfect functioning, the piston is functioning, I will just dip it in ink. Okay. Yes, I think I need a little tissue. I have here a little tissue because this part needs to be cleaned. Okay, so guys, before I will start the writing sample, I will change the angle of the camera for you to see better what I'm doing here. Okay, let's bring it close to you. I will leave this uncapped. So I have a Flaro Mercur S. Yes, you can see imprinted here, Mercur S. The nib is a semi-hooded steel gold plated nib. Quite a smooth nib. This is a product made in Romania, in communist Romania, in the 1980s. By the way, guys, this is not just a simple fountain pen, but it's a piston filler, an integrated piston filler. So definitely a quite expensive model to produce, in my opinion, of course. Let me see. No flex. A nice wet writer. Let's see the reverse writing. And it is, yes, a possibility. Definitely not designed for reverse writing, but you can write with it for short periods of time. Let me do a sock signature. Yes, nice signature. Okay, guys. So what can I do now? Oh yes, the pressure test. No pressure. I'm starting to lose the ink, sorry. So here, no pressure, and here some little pressure. I could say yes, we have a little line variance, but I think this is because I have this nice ink flow. Sorry about this, guys. So let me tell you about the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. What can I say, guys? Quite a nice writer. I will put it here. And now let me test the other one. This has a slightly longer nib than the other, than the black one. We will see how it performs. So dip it, and dip it. Okay. Okay, let me see, guys. So I have here a Flaro, Mercur S. This is the blue version. It is the same, made in Romania in the 1980s. Again, a piston filler. Again, a semi-hooded nib, a steel nib. So steel nib. Let me see how. A little bit of ink flow problem, but I think this is due to the, yes, to the dipping. Yes, but no flex. No flex to it. Let me see how it reverse writes. Reverse writing. Well, I can say it scratches a little bit. So, no. With this nib, no. Maybe with that nib. Okay, let me see a signature. Nice. I believe it scratches a little bit. I'm not so sure. Maybe, yes, definitely this ink flow problem, but it's due to the fact that it is a longer nib, and I think I have to reach also the feed. Okay, so reverse writing, guys. Now let me see the line variance. So I hope I can show you. No line variance. And again, a rich flow of ink, as you can see here. Now let me tell you about the quick brown fox that jumps over the lazy dog. So this is it, guys. This nib, this more longer nib, I think it needs to be tuned a little bit because it scratches. It definitely has a scratching feeling to it. Not an annoying one, but a noticeable one. This was my review, guys, of the Mercur S, a very interesting integrated piston filler made during communist times in the 1980s, and quite a rare model because of its interesting filling mechanism, which reminds me of German-made fountain pens from the 1970s, and especially of the Pelican brand. I hope you've enjoyed this review, guys. If you did enjoy it, please subscribe to my channel to support my activity. I want to wish you to have a nice day. Have a nice day. Again, thank you for your time, guys. And we will see each other at the next episode. Till then, take care of yourself in these pandemic times. I hope that you've enjoyed this one, and I wish you all the best in the world. Bye bye, guys, and God bless.